Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we got something fun to check out. We got a brand new collection, an exclusive collection from Gibson. They got some new colors, and I just want to check them out, share them with you guys, give you guys my thoughts, and just hang out, all right? Let's get into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and I am so excited because anytime I get to do a video on Gibson guitars, I know it's going to do relatively well, for better or for worse, you know what I mean? I know there's a ton of diehard fans, a ton of haters of Gibson, and you know, everybody in between. So I just know a lot of people have a lot of opinions on Gibson guitars, so I figured, you know, I'd just hop on, you know, the camera, or in front of the camera, and just give my honest reactions to this new exclusive collection that Gibson has to offer for us. We got basically two new colors. That's basically just the gist of this exclusive. We got an army drab or an olive, whatever you want to call it, and then we got some black guitars here. So yeah, dude, let's just dive on in, okay? Oh yeah, real quick, before we look at these, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm not really sure why you haven't, you know, but like 80% of the people who watch my videos don't subscribe. You want to help me out, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, I appreciate you, and I thank you in advance. All right, let's dive on in. I am full of caffeine. Let's go. All right, Les Paul Special. So now, olive drab is what they're calling this. Okay, so, man. I think what it is here right now for me, like, I'm just personally not a fan of the Les Paul Special. I don't know, it just seems like, it feels like such an old guitar, because it, you know, it literally is, right? Man, I don't know, I kind of like the TV yellow. I don't know, I don't really know how I feel about this. But what's cool, man, this guitar has some binding, that's pretty rad, right? I think this is a gloss, according to the specs here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, gloss. Okay, we have an army green, olive green back. Okay, not bad. The Les Paul Classic in green. Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright, maybe this is a hot take. I'm not sure, man. I'm just not a fan of the army color, the army green, which is kind of ironic, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's just, I don't think this is a very desirable color for a guitar player or a guitar, in my own personal opinion. I mean, any guitar that like looks like this or has this color, I don't think is really like eye-catching. The only guitar that really comes to mind with this color is the old Jason Hook signature from like 2012 or something back in the day. Man, I don't know. Of all the colors you could get with a Les Paul, I think olive would be one of the last ones I would get. That's just my opinion, just a little bit of a hot take. But it's kind of cool, like how like the entire guitar is painted. I mean, if this is your color, if this is your vibe, dude, like, by all means, you know what I mean? And to the best of my knowledge, regardless of the model or the, I guess, yeah, the model or the, yeah, the model. The model, they're all the same in terms of what Gibson currently has to offer, meaning there's no difference in, like, specs or anything like that. It's just literally the color. Les Paul Standard 50s, black. Not sure how I feel about this. These are really cool, man. They are very, very cool. They're very, very close. But for me, and close in terms of like something that I would want to buy. The only thing that's just holding me back, and it's no fault of Gibson or anybody, it's just the model and the product line, the rosewood fingerboard. I just think it's such a mismatch. Black and brown just doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like a color scheme that just never looks good. Like if you're, you know, trying to wear a cool outfit or whatever, black and brown, you're probably not going to wear those colors. So when it translates to a guitar, I just personally don't think it looks that cool. With that being said, I love the black against the, you know, the gold knobs here. I think that looks really cool. It looks very Frampton Comes Alive, you know what I mean? Like, I think that looks so cool. It's so close. I just think the rosewood fingerboard throws off the entire vibe. But that being said, the 50 spec, I like the 50 spec more than the 60 spec. I think the 50 spec Les Paul that Gibson has to offer is currently, you know, my favorite. I just like the bigger neck. I like the knobs. I'm not really a fan of these. I forget what these are called, but I don't know. I just overall like the 50 spec better. But again, man, I just think this thing would look so much cooler with an ebony board. But again, I know that has nothing to do with the 50s and 60s spec product line. You know, they have to kind of stay true to what they're offering. I totally get that. But question here, did the 50s and 60s Les Pauls, like the real ones back in the day, did they ever have a black finish, or is this like new? I really don't know. Somebody gotta let me know here. Anyway, moving on to the SG. This is cool. I think this is probably my second favorite of the product line. First behind one I haven't mentioned yet. But I think this is cool, man. Black SGs, they're rad looking, dude. Like, this is very Angus Young, Tony Iommi. Like, I think this is cool, man. Now, personally, I think the black looks better on the SG than it does the Les Paul. I think it's just because the SG is a little bit more, you know, a little bit more metal, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I think SGs, black SGs look really, really cool, man. They look sharp. They look mean. They look, you know, all the above. So I think the black looks really, really sick. They haven't made black ones in a long, long time, to the best of my knowledge. Yeah, dude, that's pretty sick. Yeah, black SG, that's cool. Up next, we have an ES335 P90 Black Ebony. Oh, man, now I'm personally not a 335 player, contrary to what you might believe. Yeah, I would never really play one of these, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I think what's lacking here is the lack of binding, as well as the logo looks a little lacking. I feel like with binding, this thing would have popped, because it's got double binding on the front and the back of the guitar. So like, I feel like it just looks incomplete right here. You know what I mean? I think the white P90s, that's pretty rad. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm not really a 335 player per se, but it's okay. But I want to talk about my favorite one in this entire lineup right here. This is pretty cool, man. The 70s Flying V Ebony. This is pretty rad, man. This reminds me of like the B2. Remember the B2? I think they're still out. The B2 lineup that came out like, give or take 2-3 years ago, whatever. This looks just like that guitar, but this is even an even better representation of that kind of aesthetic, the black, because this binding looks really, really cool. Again, the black and brown, the rosewood fingerboard just throws it off a little bit visually for me, but the black pickups matched against the black body and the black pickguard. Man, this thing looks really, really sleek, really, really mean looking. This is my favorite one in this product line, in this lineup right here. Yeah, dude, this is sick. Now, I'm not exactly sure why the 70s V is $2,000 and the other ones, like the normal ones, whatever, were or like $1,500. I'm not sure what's the upcharge of $500. Maybe it's the binding. I'm not sure. But regardless, man, this is pretty sick, dude. I think this is, oh, this is so cool, man. Like if you're a collector out there and you're a V player, you want to get a white one and a black one to like, you know, go against one another, to have them as a set, that would be really, really cool, man. This is sick, man. I love this thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a millennial's thoughts on this lineup of guitars from Gibson, the Exclusives collection. Honest opinion, I think it's close, but there's a couple things that I personally would change. I really don't think the army green, the olive drab, whatever you want to call it, is a really appealing color for me personally. That's just my own opinion. Maybe it's because I wore it and drove around in vehicles with that color for so long. I don't know. But also, too, man, I think the black is a really, really cool idea. I think it just misses the mark just slightly with Les Paul standards. Again, just that mismatch of color, that color clash. But that being said, the 70s V, the black V, looks really, really sick. So, man, it's cool, but I just feel like it's just a couple little things, a couple little changes would have made this lineup a little bit cooler. But hey, that's just one man's opinion. You know, Gibson certainly doesn't care what I have to think. And yeah, dude, this is just my opinions. I just figured I'd just, you know, hop on the camera here and just react to it and, you know, explain myself. And, you know, not bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of this collection? Do you guys like them? Do you not like them? Leave all your thoughts down below, and I'll meet you down below in the comments, man. As always, man, this is just all in good fun. You know, just hanging out, enjoying my Sunday morning here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But anyway, man, it's all in good fun. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Huge shout out to all my patrons and everybody who supports me. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay metal. See you guys next time. Later.